Welcome back to GBGuns Armory, the series in which I am just randomly grabbing a gun off the wall that's been previously reviewed in full on the main channel. This series over here on the second channel is so that we can build a Reddit thread, if you will, of real experiences, opinions, thoughts, feelings, etc., including my own. The main reviews are all the facts and performance. Here is the thoughts and feels, and here's also where the stuff's been out for a while, so chances are you've shot it, held it, seen it, thought about it, considered it, and nobody knows someone who has. I'd love to hear from you on that. Let's let this become the library of knowledge that this room has become, a library of firearms. So today is the Diamondback Firearms FS9, and this is a discontinued firearm. In fact, I bought it after it was discontinued as new old stock sitting somewhere. 4.5 inch, 4.25 inch or so striker fired gun. Was 15 round capacity or 17, I don't fully remember, but it was affordable. This is long before red dots became the norm and before a lot of other things became the norm. But Diamondback Firearms, who makes really great ARs, every one of the ARs that I've shot has been sub-MOA or better, and every one of them has been one heck of a deal. They also do some handgun stuff. This was a full-size 9, as the name implies, with FS9. And I really liked it. I really wanted to get my hands on it, but at the time it had been killed, what I liked about it is you got that long sight radius thanks to the long slide. You got a longer barrel for full combustion, meaning more velocity than out of a shorter barrel. Plenty of rail space, and what made me kind of fall in love with it, and I'm hoping the camera will pick it up, is the contours on this grip. You can see it kind of has some nice rounded melted swells in spots, and it just really feels great in the hand. Now, it was discontinued, I believe, because of some reliability issues. Mine's been okay, but I haven't shot a whole lot of it. The trigger was something that some people complained about. It's not the greatest striker fired trigger. We have our safety dingus and a decent amount of weight and travel to a break at the end. Reset. Fairly short for as long as the original pull is. So it's a good shooter. I've seen over the years lots of people complain about parts that broke and things like that, strikers and things. So there might have been some engineering and or manufacturing errors in this gun, and that might be why it got killed. This also came out when 4-inch barreled 15 round compacts were kind of the rule. Everyone, ironically, the trend at the time was the 4-inch 15 rounder, like a Glock 19, was the ultimate gun to have. Posey remembers, she was there. Or sorry, Tactikitty. I didn't mean to expose her real name on camera. Anyways, the compact size was the rule of thumb. Subcompacts were flirted with, but most people found them too small and too difficult to shoot, which I find kind of ironic. And then right about that time, the single stack 9s kicked in, and then once that phased out and we started to get the micro compact craze, micro compacts are roughly the same size as most of the subcompacts, which just a few years prior everyone said were too small and unruly and not comfortable to shoot, etc., etc. So it's kind of funny how those trends have changed. I wish Diamondback would bring this back in maybe an updated version. Of course, they'd have to make it optics ready for anyone to buy it these days, and fix whatever it was that they were having problems with. At the time when this came out, I had good relations with Diamondback Firearms and was going back and forth and bought this thing, shot it, and sent over the review and said, hey, great job, guys. And they replied with, where the heck did you find that? Those aren't supposed to be for sale. Those got canceled, which is a bummer. I thought it was neat. I think there's a place for many sizes of firearms, and something that I think many of you are intelligent enough to realize is just because a gun is plenty small and easy to carry doesn't mean it's great to shoot. And there are times when a small gun is, a small handgun is the compromise of compromises, right? A handgun is a compromise from a shotgun or rifle, and then the smaller you get, the less energy you get, the less effective it could be. So when it comes to something like your backpacking gun or your truck gun or your bedside gun, go bigger. There's no need to worry about concealing it. Plus, bigger means softer recoiling, better control, generally higher capacity, and most importantly, more velocity, so that your defensive rounds have the energy they need to perform. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the FS9 if you guys ever got to handle one. Pretty neat gun. It's the original reviews I have on it are very old, so probably a pretty terrible video. I like to think that I've improved over the years, but this was a neat one that I really enjoyed. And I know that sounds repetitive, and that's probably because pretty much every time I shoot a full-size gun, I enjoy it. Because full-size is just so much nicer. If you are a newer shooter or know of a newer shooter who's looking to learn things like that, I highly encourage getting your hands on a full-size or showing that newer shooter the ropes with a full-size gun first. Let them get comfortable with shooting and learn the principles on something that is, because of physics, easier to shoot, a full-size gun, before you start introducing to the small ones. Because sometimes the challenge of shooting accurately, the recoil, all those shooting characteristics that come with smaller pistols, that can be a deterrent for someone who otherwise might have fallen in love with shooting or might have gained the confidence to carry, and that confidence carries them through learning how to shoot a small gun well. Just a thought. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.